Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Windows 8.
Tire gang hanging around back in Los Angeles waiting for the OT, and then we'll get you to World Series Game 4 in Detroit. But still 6:40 to go here, and the Giants, after the turnover, give it to Bradshaw, and that's a gain of 8 on the first down.
Now we'll go back and take a look at the fumble, and you see Felix Jones. He has the ball. He's trying to secure it. As he then goes to put it in one arm, he drops it down, and he runs into the back of Ryan Cook. Ball just comes out. I mean, that should not happen. And he's got to be better with securing the football. And Stevie Brown, he tried to pick it up initially on the move, and he might score if he picks it up cleanly. And almost lost an opportunity to even get the change of possession, but he was then wisely able to fall on it.
Bradshaw, a first down and more to the 26-yard line. And speaking of the World Series, Trey Menifee has more on what's coming up.
Well, you mentioned it. Game 4 of the World Series comes up in just a bit. Miguel Cabrera and the Tigers shut out twice during the regular season, but Pablo Sandoval and the Giants have shut them out the last 2 games here in the World Series. Game 4 comes up 8 o'clock Eastern time. Tom?
Thank you. First down, Giants. Bradshaw. Back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 9. Clock under 5.5 to go.
Well, some of the tough running, that they were unable to get through much of this game. They didn't get anything on that run, but we're starting to see some things pop a little bit and get some of the running game going that they struggled so much with. And that's taken then, one, it takes time off the clock, and it takes a lot of the pressure off of Eli Manning.
Bradshaw dives forward and gets to the 21-yard line. Big play coming up here. 3rd down, closing in on 4.5 to go. The Giants score a touchdown. You never say never, but you're in a world of trouble if you're the Cowboys.
Well, I mean, just think about it. Even if they get a first down and still have to ultimately kick a field goal, It's a 1-possession game. And just think of the amount of time that comes off the clock. And so this is a big 3rd down for Dallas right here.
Catch short of the first down is Hickson.
Yeah, and that's one that Eli Manning would like to have back, because Hickson was out there in the flat all by himself, and it was just a ball that was poorly thrown, and so Hickson not able to catch the ball and stay on the move. Had he have been able to do that, then he picks up that first down probably pretty easily.
So now Tynes on for what would be his 5th field goal of the day. He's hit from 41, 37, 36, and 43. He's among the best in the game, Lawrence Tynes. The fumble by Jones as the Cowboys were on the move. Leads to 3, and now the Cowboys need a touchdown. Bring up to speed as we have 3:31 left. Giants only 23 points off of 5 Dallas turnovers. Cowboys 24 unanswered points after falling behind 23-0. Giants trying to go 4-0 here at Cowboys Stadium. They played in the very first game. Lawrence Tynes kicking a 37-yard field goal as time expired in a 33-31 win. And now it's Lance Dunbar trying to turn the corner. Flag down. He is tackled at the 22-yard line.
We got several flags thrown.
We had one along the sideline, yet another thrown basically in the middle of the field. And the officials are huddled at the 20-yard line.
All right, there are 2 fouls on the play. Holding, receiving team, number 27. Illegal hands to the face, number 58. On the kicking team, by rule, will be spotted at the end of the run, first down.
So there's a hold on Frampton. And then Herzlich, hands to the face.
I'd say that's hands to the face. Wow. Well, we'll see what happens here. You know, we talk a lot about Eli Manning and what he's been able to do in the fourth quarters, and he's done it on the biggest stage of them all. And you know, now's a chance for Tony Romo. You know, with all 3 timeouts and over 3 minutes to play, and they need a touchdown, and you'll see what he's able to do.
14 fourth-quarter comebacks in his career. First catch today by Kevin Ogletree, who had the monster game in week 1. 8 catches, 114 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and a flag down on the play. Both teams are pointing at the other.
Illegal contact, defense, number 28. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, this is not even where Romo was looking, but I saw this when it happened. I mean, a lot of contact at the top, and that's where the flag came in on Hosley. You know, again, it didn't affect what Romo was doing. He was working the other side of the field the entire way.
Giants blitz. What about the catch from Witten? No goodness. Man, is he something.
Pretty good. Pretty good for a guy who was getting criticized early in the year for drops. You know, and then he makes a catch like that.
He is something.
Well, he's just an absolute professional in every sense of the word. He's a great teammate, he's a great leader, and he's a great player.
And we mentioned probably well, he's on pace right now, 3 weeks from now, to break the Cowboys' all-time franchise record held by Michael Irvin for career reception. He might get there today. That'll be a gain of 9. He's run out of bounds. That's Witten's 13th catch of the afternoon. 122 receiving yards.
Well, I said it coming in that it's been kind of feast or famine for Jason Witten against the New York Giants. He either has a really big game or he doesn't really do much to impact the outcome, and this is a pretty big game.
Missed 1 game in his career with a broken jaw. Number 14 and a first down to the 45.
Well, give Perry Fuel credit, defensive coordinator. This time he puts Michael Coe on him. You know, so they're going to try to play him really with a safety over the top and let Coe work him underneath, and yet he's still able to get open. And they've tried a lot of different coverages against him, and so far just nothing's been real effective.
Romo on first down. And off the fingertips of Bryant. We talked about the injury to Chase Blackburn earlier. Keith Rivers limped off a moment ago. We're down to the final 2 minutes.
Today.
Game of the week, and it's been a good one. And on that last incompleted pass, Antrell Roll went for the knockout punch on Bryant and was injured on the play.
He came flying across there, and I'm not sure how Antrell Roll missed him, but had he have hit him, you know, that would have been called, you know, a penalty on him for a hit on a defenseless receiver.
Roll able to walk off at the 45-yard line. 1:59 to go, and drop back at the 45 as a flag comes in late. Romo wrapped up by Justin Tuck, but we do have a flag, and this might be against the Giants for holding in the secondary.
Holding. Defense. Number 28. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, that's J-Ron Hosley once again, and it's against Miles Austin, is who he's locked up with, and he just gets turned around, and then he starts grabbing, and that's what they call. You know, and Justin Tuck, he had done a great job of getting pressure inside and making the play on Romo.
That's a huge call. Austin to the 28. Of course, you're down 5. Field goal is not going to help you. Can Romo get the Cowboys into the end zone?
Yeah, they got Miles Austin, and he hooks up, and then Romo had to navigate the umpire there in the middle of the field. But you can see how slippery Romo can get.
1:28 to go. Romo to Witten. That is his 15th catch.
Well, they've worn that route out. I mean, they've thrown that one over and over and over. You get inside leverage by the defender, and you run the out route, and then you just got to make a good throw, and that's what Romo's been able to do time and time again.
Witten ties a career high with his 15th catch, 139 yards, a gain of 9, and just inside the 20. And 1:23 to go. Cowboys have all 3 timeouts remaining. Blitz coming, and there may have been movement. Or was a timeout called by the Giants?
Yeah, I think it came from the sideline. Tom Coughlin ran down there to the line judge and was able to get the timeout called. Now, there's Tom Coughlin going down the sideline, and I'm not sure exactly
of his career. Talked about it earlier. Among the most, if not the most, polarizing quarterback in the entire NFL. Witten couldn't hang on this time, and hopefully our technician, audio technician along the sideline down there is okay.
3rd down, 3rd and 1 at the New York 19.
Coming up next, the OT presented by Lowe's, and then on to Joe Buck, Tim McCarver and company for Game 4 of the World Series. Giants leading 3 games to none.
The Cowboys obviously trying to do all they can to come away with a touchdown. They don't want to leave any time, though, on the clock to do it. And give the ball back to Eli Manning with a chance to come back himself.
Fingertips of Ogletree, and a flag comes in late.
We'll see what they're going to call here, but from what I could tell, it looked to me like Prince Amukamara played that ball about as well as you could play it. You can see here on the outside, and the initial contact, it looks like it's more contact given by Ogletree.
4th down.
No foul.
Yeah, I thought that was textbook coverage by Amukamara. You know, the contact initially there off the line of scrimmage was initiated by Ogletree, and then at the end there was the normal contact that takes place. I think they did a good job of picking that up. Now here we are at 4th and 1.
1 for 1 today on 4th down. That was on the quarterback keeper by Romo from the 1-yard line. Romo rolling, in trouble. Throws, and it's intercepted. And who else would it be? A penalty flag is down. Stevie Brown comes up with his third turnover of the game. But again, we wait on a penalty.
Holding, offense, number 68. Penalty is declined. First down.
So the Giants get the football on the 6th Dallas turnover of the game, the 4th interception thrown by Tony Romo.
There for a minute, it looked like Romo was going to get outside the pocket. It looked like Romo was going to get outside the pocket, and you're going to see Linval Joseph, who peels back and gives enough color to keep Romo from feeling like he can scramble to the outside. And then once Romo started retreating, he's in no man's land there. He's just now trying to throw it up and give his team a chance to make a play, but give that defensive front credit for the pressure, and specifically Linval Joseph. Even though Romo probably outruns him, I think he sees color flash, and he doesn't think he can beat him to the outside.
So now the Giants trying to protect the football and put this one on ice. Cowboys started the game turning it over, and on their last 2 drives, they turn it over. The fumble by Felix Jones when all they needed was a field goal to go back in front, and now needing the touchdown on a 4th and 1. An interception.
Well, I won't even count the last interception because that one had to be thrown up. But let's just say they had 6 turnovers in the game. Let's just say 5. You don't win games in the NFL with 5 turnovers. I mean, the Cowboys had a chance to come back and win this game. Tom Coughlin's still asking himself, how did it happen? I know. But the Cowboys didn't play well enough offensively to win this game. Defensively, I thought Rob Ryan came in with a nice game plan, and those guys played awfully well there. But offensively, just you can't spot a good football team like the Giants, 23 points and overcome it.
Bradshaw, as the Cowboys will spend their 2nd timeout. Turnover after turnover after turnover in the first 18 minutes of the game. 3 interceptions. A fumbled punt by Dez Bryant. But they hung in there. Interception returned for a touchdown by Pierre-Paul. 2 drives ago. A Jones fumble running into his own man. And then the interception, 2nd of the game by Stevie Brown.
Well, you know, people ask, you know, how can the Cowboys be now 3-4? They've got a top 10 offense, a top 10 defense. And the reason is because they turn the ball over on offense and they don't create enough takeaways on defense. And then they beat themselves. And the Giants were not excused in that area in this game either. But that's something overall, as we've talked about, the Giants don't do. They don't turn the ball over. They're not penalized. They don't beat themselves. And that's why they're walking out of here once again from Cowboy Stadium with a victory.
Now they're still waiting on the spot of this ball to see whether or not Bradshaw got the first down. If he does, the game's basically over. If he doesn't, and it doesn't appear as though he got there, it'll bring up a 4th down. Weatherford is already on the field, and Dez Bryant is already standing back in his own 30-yard line. And if you're wondering, Steve Weatherford, his entire NFL career, 472 punts, has never had a punt blocked. I know what Dez Bryant's doing. Ran from his 30 and sprinted all the way back to midfield. Cowboys are coming after this thing. Boom, and punt by Weatherford. And just kicks it out of bounds. So the Cowboys with a fighting chance, although they're out of timeouts. 44 seconds remain. Told you the Giants won the first ever game at Cowboy Stadium, and watch the Cowboys kick some giant tail. Well, they beat him in the opener in the Meadowlands. And 44 seconds away from a season split. Incomplete.
Yeah, it's interesting to see then how the Giants are going to play this defensively, and playing pretty soft on that particular coverage. Initially it looked like they might come up and challenge them, and I was a little surprised to see it, but then they were just disguising the look. Came off of that with 4 guys across deep, and then trying to just rally and come up and make a tackle. Obviously they want to not allow the Cowboys to catch it and get out of bounds and keep the clock running.
Down the middle of the field, Witten, career high 16th catch. Clock continues to run. 16 catches is a Cowboy single game record. Spike it with 25 seconds left.
Second and 10, Cowboys at the 43.
Coming up, the OT presented by Lowe's in Game 4 of the World Series. And for so many of you, once more, we're thinking of you along the eastern seaboard of the United States with Hurricane Sandy. Giants will be flying back into that, or at least into that vicinity after the game here today. Romo fires, and it's caught at the 41-yard line by Dez Bryant. 19 seconds left in the game.
Well, they're going to keep it interesting because now they're in a position to where they can get the ball into the end zone. So even if they don't get any more yardage here on the next play.
It was a quarterback. November 10th, 63, the last time the Cowboys had 3 receivers with 100 or more yards in a game, which they have today in Witten, Austin, and Bryant. Back on 5 more. 17th catch, and we mentioned that is a Cowboys single game record for the guy who, really it might only be 2 weeks from now, will become the franchise leader all time for receptions. He came into this game just 21 catches behind Michael Irvin. Romo going to throw it to the end zone. And it is a miracle touchdown for Bryant.
Tom, as he's coming down, looks like it lands on the line. It looked like it was going to be close the entire way as to whether or not he was in bounds. The hand hits on the back line before any other.
The receiver's hand touched out of bounds prior to him gaining possession of the ball. The pass is incomplete. It is 3rd down and 5 on the 37 with 6 seconds on the clock.
Let's first show how he got up open. He runs a double move, and Webster bites on it, which I'm not sure why he did that. But then it looked like Stevie Brown coming over the top as the middle safety had a chance to make a play on the ball as well. None of that happened. Dez Bryant's able to make the catch, but you see, had he have hit down before his hand hits, it's a touchdown, and that's how close it was. Now, as Mike Ferrer said, there's still 6 seconds left on the clock. They've got one more shot at throwing this into the end zone.
And Dez Bryant's finding his helmet.
About this, so you wonder if they're going to try to do something a little different than just throwing a Hail Mary with everybody streaking down the field.
Still a shot. Three-man rush. They get a little closer as Witten tiptoes out of bounds. Over on the sideline. And here we go. Romo steps up, throws, and through the fingertips of Austin, there's a second remaining. Play the game. Three-man rush. Romo throws, and that's going to do it. The New York Giants go to 4-0 here at